Round 13 of the Premiership is over, and it is round 13 this time because I said 13 last time and it's 12. So round 13 is finished, and we started off on Friday night with a close game between Sale Sharks and Northampton Saints up in Sale in Salford Community Stadium. And yeah, 3-point game in the end, 27-24 to Sale Sharks. But my God, Northampton did pretty well without playing with actual 10 at this game. There's Alex Mitchell at 9, and then Tom James, who's usually the 9 replacement, at 10. Finn Smith was rested this week because they have to rest one of your England players in one of the 3 weeks after the end of the Six Nations. I think they had Makepeace Cubitt out. I can't remember who else sometimes played 10. Vola out. Furbank's injured, who's a fullback but can play 10. So yeah, no 10 option. Tom James covering. And Northampton did pretty well, didn't they? I think it was like 17 all or something at half time, something close to that. There were some good tries from Sale in the first 10-15 minutes. I think Roebuck got one. O'Flaherty spun and got one in the corner. I think Northampton Saints got 2 yellow cards, I think I'm right in saying, in the first 10-15 minutes. Tommy Freeman got one, which when you first see it, you think 100% that's a yellow card. But when you watch it, it's a deliberate knock-on. I think he had a reasonable chance of catching that, and he should have probably caught it. And I think it's a harsh yellow card on Northampton Saints. So they'll be bitterly disappointed they couldn't get the win here. And yeah, they lose 27-24. That is them pretty much... I think it's 3% chance they make the playoffs anymore. So they're pretty much out of the top 4 race. They're down in 8th. So sadly, this loss does take them out of that. But it's a great win for Sale Sharks. This is what I did last year. I told you, they're Sale Sharks. They just grind out wins, and they're going to do it again. I can really see it. They're going to sneak into that 3rd or 4th position. And yeah, a great win for Sale, I think, up in the Salford Community Stadium. Going on to Saturday then, we started off with Exeter versus Newcastle. And our first intercept try was in this game. We had another intercept try in the other game, which was Bath versus Harlequins. But yeah, Exeter versus Newcastle. Exeter get the start. I think Will Rigg goes over in the right-hand corner. But then I think it's Joe Davis for Newcastle gets the interception. Does the interception in this game, and it makes it 7-7. Then Newcastle get another try, and they're ahead, and it's Newcastle, so it's crazy. It's 12-7 to them. And then they get a maul try, Exeter that is. So they equal up. I think Maloney got that. And then Newcastle get a penalty. So it's 15-12 to Newcastle at half time. The game finishes 17-15 to Exeter. And that comes in the 79th minute. Greg Fitterlow in the corner. Basically, Newcastle hacked the ball on. I think there's balls dropped by Exeter who are attacking, and Newcastle kicked the ball on the floor. Josh Hodge picks up, he carries a bit, and like 1 or 2 phases later, the Newcastle defence are so tired. They've been defending all that half. There's been 0 points by either side, and Exeter finally break them down with just over 1 minute to go. Greg Fitterlow scores in the corner. They can't convert, but 17-15, Exeter do get that home win. And I feel gutted for Newcastle because, I don't know, they've had such a tough season, and their squad, let's be honest, their squad is a lot thinner and less experienced and just less quality than Exeter Chiefs. And Exeter Chiefs are underperforming this year, in my opinion. Newcastle Falcons doing very well in a lot of games this year. Last year, they got hammered nearly every game. This year, they're actually making quite a few games quite close. And yeah, they'll be kicking themselves. They couldn't beat Exeter here away from home. Would have been their first away win in the Premiership this season. And they would have done the double over Exeter. So I'm gutted for Newcastle. But anyway, let's move into Bath versus Harlequins. This game means a bit more than that one because that was obviously 9th v 10th. This is 1st versus, I think, 5th at the start of the day. And yeah, Bath I'll start the weekend, I should probably say. But yeah, Bath end up winning 47, I think it's 28. They went out with a flying start. I can't remember who scored all the tries, but it was something like 26-7 after half an hour. Bath absolutely flying. There was 2 yellow cards. Harlequin's first yellow card was to someone, and then the second, Rodrigo Isgro yellow card was a clash of heads right in the corner with Coconut Singer as he scored his try. Definitely the correct decision, and Isgro was the one who paid eventually because he does not come back on. He does get an HIA, so hopefully he's okay. He looked okay in the stands. So just a precaution for he'll be out next week, I guess, as well, which is a big loss against Leinster. But there we go. And yeah, so Bath get the first try down in the right-hand corner. And then Marcus Smith sort of does a cynical play on Ben Spencer in the ruck down in the other corner a few minutes later. So I think they're down to 13 men for about 6 minutes. And yeah, just Bath storm out during that phase. 26-7. It's like 3 days ago. I can't remember all the scorers. But there was an intercept try again in this game. Max Ajomo intercepts the ball, goes the length of the field. Cocknessinger is running beside him, and Austin Healy or someone made a funny comment. It looks like, I think it was Chris Ashton. It looks like his personal trainer running next to him, so sort of shouting him, "Run!" But yeah, great win for Bath, fully deserved as expected. Really, they had too much firepower for Harlequins. Harlequins do get not a losing bonus, but they get a 4-try bonus point, so that's at least something to bring away from that game. And yeah, they've got a tough game against Leinster away next week in the Champions Cup. That's going to be very difficult, but I'll be interested to watch that one, because if anyone's going to do it, it's Harlequins, because they're just crazy. So yeah, 47-28, that one finishes. Then we get into the fun one, Gloucester versus Bristol, obviously a southwest derby, and this was tasty. Gloucester went out to a huge lead. I think they scored, again, I can't remember now. I should have made notes. I think they scored, 19 or 26-0 at some point. They really came out the blocks running. And in my opinion, Bristol didn't look fantastic with Harry Byrne at 10. I thought he was really good the first week, last week against someone, Exeter I think it was. But this week, I thought he made a few mistakes personally. And yeah, Bristol just didn't seem quite on it. Even though Fitzharding and Mata and Luatua all thought played well, Gloucester just overran them, and I think their backs outshined them. Seb Atkinson definitely deserved man of the match. He was incredible. So yeah, it was a great game though, and we've got to talk about Ellis Genge because, sorry, my chair's squeaking. Obviously 6 months ago, the reverse fixture down at Ashton Gate, Gloucester and Bristol are playing each other. Fasselburn versus Ellis Genge. Ellis Genge, obviously an established England international, lots and lots of caps. Fasselburn, an under-20s England international, sort of Six Nations winner with the under-20s, World Cup winner with the under-20s. And they're going up against each other, tight head versus loose head. And Fasselburn's sort of winning, or at least he was getting on top of the ref. And Genge gets substituted in that game, and Fasselburn gives that little wave goodbye. And that was all a big thing 6 months ago. So what happens in the reverse fixture? There didn't seem to be too much animosity between the two of them during the actual game. But when Genge comes off, and the Gloucester fans all wave to him from the crowd, and Genge is laughing with it, and Fasselburn's laughing. Everyone's loving it. So I think that was a nice moment in rugby there. And yeah, a good bit of banter with the fans. So yeah, that was funny. But Gloucester, yeah, eventually win 53-28. Again, Bristol do manage to get the 4-try bonus point. Important bonus point for them. They'll be looking to sort of solidify their top 4 place with another win or 2 in the remaining 5 games. But yeah, a good win for Gloucester. They need it. A big win over a rival, a top 4 rival. And Gloucester looking good. They played some really entertaining rugby. I'm really enjoying watching them. These are probably the 2 most entertaining teams this year, Bristol and Gloucester. And it was a great game. If I'm right, I think I'm right in saying Christian Wade got a hat-trick. And then Seb Atkinson got a couple. Yeah, every single Gloucester back seemed to be on fire. Chris Harris, I thought, had a good game. Carreras played really well. So yeah, that's going to be a big loss for them next year, Carreras. But yeah, great. Well done to Gloucester. And I think they're 3rd in the table, which is crazy. Maybe 4th now, actually. And I think the 3rd place team is actually Leicester Tigers. However, they lost on Sunday. They lost to best team in the world, the Saracens. 29-22 to Saracens. And Saracens had a quick start. They went 14-0 up very, very quickly. Slips my mind again who scored. Someone scored. Juan Martin Gonzalez definitely scored the second one because he is the best player in the world. But then Leicester start to crawl their way back into it. They put Saracens under a lot of pressure from sort of the 15th minute to just all the way into the end of the first half, really. There's a drop goal by Pollard to make it at 1 point 14-10 after the first try Leicester got. And then Lozowski missed a piss easy penalty, but then he managed to drop goal back and make up for it. So made it 17-10. And that's the margin that'll be the final game. They both scored 2 more tries. So Leicester scored 3 tries. Saracens scored 4 tries. Angus Hall got one on his Premiership first start. So that was really good for him. He's looking really good. A great prospect for England, of course. He's in the under-20 squad. So yeah, good win for Saracens. Leicester Tigers do get the losing bonus point, but no 4-try bonus point. They'll be a bit annoyed about that, I think. Well, they'll be annoyed about not winning the game. They did actually score a 4th try, but Luke Pearce, the ref, disallowed it. Well, slashed the TMO. Cam Henderson charges down Ivan Van Zyl, the Saracens captain. I think he's Saracens captain, right? This game. And, what was it? So I told you. he's sort of a leadership person. Anyway, Imazale gets charged down by Cam Henderson and he managed to pick up and score. However, they deem that he's actually offside at the ruck. Ivan van Zyl looks like he's picked up earlier, but he hasn't, and Cam Henderson's gone early. So they disallow that try. There was a couple of decisions which I thought were correct, but Leicester Tigers weren't really enjoying. So the crowd weren't very happy that day. But I've heard in the comments section they were really nice fans, but just a bit annoyed at Luke Pearce. But yes, it ends up 29-22, and these results have really blown the top four race wide open, with Harlequins losing, Bristol losing, Leicester losing, and the Saracens and Sale benefiting. It's really made things quite close between second or third and seventh. I still have no idea who's going to get into the top four. If you just ask me right now, I still think Gloucester are going to slip out. Their team's not quite as strong as some of the other teams, in my opinion. And I think Harlequins are going to drop out. Call me biased there, but I just don't see them making it. So between Sale, Saracens, Gloucester... Sale, Saracens and someone else. Leicester for that sort of third, fourth place, I think it is, in my opinion. But I don't know. Let me know what your thoughts are on these round of fixtures, and let me know what your thoughts are on who's going to get into the top four. If you want to see more Premiership stuff, please do subscribe. We are going to do lots more coming up in the next couple of weeks, I promise you that. And yeah, please like the video if you got this far. And if you're liking these roundup videos, I was going to do an individual match review for the Gloucester Bristol game and the Leicester Saracens game, but I did not. But I wanted to, but I got caught up doing other things in general life. But I thought they were really entertaining games. I could talk even more about them and gone into them deeper, and when it's fresh in my mind I could have gone into more depth. So do let me know which you'd rather see if you're still this far in the video, and yeah, please do like it, as I said, if you're this far, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.